Rainbow Sandals, Repsol, Terra Media, and of course we got to thank our media partner, supracer.com, and of course
standuplatino.com. So here we can see in white Lorena from Argentina trying to catch a wave. Didn't manage it. So quite some waves there on the horizon coming. The Pacific Ocean delivering all day. Here we can see Brisa Malaga, the Peruvian surfer.
beautiful catch there, right in the critical zone. She should get some points just for catching that wave, as she catches it right in the most powerful part of the wave and just hanging on there with some nice turns there, going vertical off the lip.
So
Our Peruvian paddler, Brisa Malaga.
I think Brisa Malaga finished in final last year here at the ISA Stand-Up Championship, and before that she hadn't surfed for 1 year before that.
Wow, that was a powerful catch there and some nice maneuvers there for our beautiful architecture all along the ocean side here.
There's the Japanese surfer, Takayo Yokoyama. She's almost going towards the jetty. There she fell off her board after a few good turns.
Some nice turns there by our Japanese female there, Takayo Yokoyama.
While we can see at the point Karen Jacobson, the Mexican surfer, waiting for her first wave, her second wave. She got a 0.67 on her first wave, while Brisa Malaga is leading this heat with a 3.0. That was the score for her first wave. And here we get the latest score for the Japanese. Takayo gets a 2.17 for her first wave, and she takes the second place here in this heat.
So far, the single best ride looks like Nicole Pacelli so far from what I'm looking at, with a 7-point surf. Very strong. Looks like Karen Jacobson heading for something. And she's up and riding on her backside. Goofy footer coming out of Mexico.
So not a very long wave. She's got a 0.67 actually in her score. While we can see a few waves coming in their direction. Let's see if Lorena can catch one of these, of this incoming set. The sun is peeking a little bit out here. It's been foggy since the morning, pretty cloudy. Karen Jacobson has caught a third wave. There she is on her third wave.
Right back up and riding, jumping off the back there. She sees no way out, but nice little drop, a couple of turns there. Should get her a few more points. She needs to better a 1.8, 1.80. Red looking like she might turn on something here. Barissa.
There she's going on that next wave. Brisa Malaga, she's just come all the way back up from that 3-point ride that took her right to the beach, and she seems to go for the same.
Nice usage of the paddle there, Philip, and we've changed camera angles there. You can see her reaching all the way across the front of her
and
board.
She's going all the way down to the beach like her first wave, trying to get the maximum of points. So she's going to try to get her high score to
That's right.
put alongside that tree.
And I hear her countrymen going absolutely nuts on the banks here of La Pampilla Beach.
Obviously, being in Peru, we've got lots of Peruvian locals, lots of the staff, and obviously anytime a Peruvian rider is on the wave, we can hear lots of cheering, a lot more than any other country, being the host country.
That's right. Some of these locals even able to sleep in their own beds tonight. So certainly having that home country advantage gives you a lot of inspiration to go out and do well. And I know that the Peruvian way is to give it 110%. I think we'll see some of that in the racing tomorrow, as some of the maybe less experienced racers will go out and just lay it all on the line during these racing events we're going to have for both stand-up and paddleboarding.
Is Lorena trying to catch a wave? There she goes, dropping in.
Regular
Paddling to
footer
keep pace.
from Argentina.
Lorena Comersoni from Mar del Plata.
And out the back, in black, just coming unglued a little bit with her front foot, our Japanese rider going down.
And there's Karen turning round. There she goes. And there she catches the wave. So we got the score for that second wave of Brisa Malaga, who takes a 5.17 to get a total score of 8.17, and she's firmly in the lead for this heat, the local Peruvian. Followed by Karen Jacobson, who now has got 3-point total score.
And I think she's going to be able to better that score with that last ride. She had some really nice turns right in the critical section of that wave. Really working.
Round.
That's right. Like we said, everyone gets a chance to surf 2 times. So those who qualified first or second in this morning rounds will be competing here again this afternoon in our second qualifying rounds. The rest of the paddlers placing third and fourth respectively will go into the repo charge.
Where all the people who don't maintain themselves in the main qualifying round can keep on. You can lose in your first round, go to repechage, and easily win all your heats until you come back in the final at the last moment. Some people, we've already seen people do that, go to the repechage and end up in the main final.
That's right, and for some that's an advantage because it gives them more opportunities to surf this break and get more experience. Here we've got Red up and riding again. Barisa just charging today here this afternoon at La Pampilla Beach. Coming unglued there, getting slapped by the lip, but she's got a commanding lead with 8.17. Looks like Karen Jacobson needs a 4.85 to overtake that first place spot from Malaga.
And the wave may seem mushy and, you know, not that well formed, but when that white water hits you, it's got a bit of punch in it, I can tell you.
Yeah, you would know. You've been out there swimming around getting some water shots for us, Philip.
Yeah,
how is that?
It seems like, you know, a nice wave, but it's got a bit of force. It is the Pacific Ocean, and the water's nice. It's with nice glass conditions, like you can see that we've got now, and it's really nice. And you can see that it isn't that cold. The water. A lot of competitors are in shorts or bikinis and surfing with no wetsuits on.
That's right, and that's one of the great things about the sport is it really requires minimal amounts of equipment. Once you've got your board and your paddle, you head out to the water, and for the most part, if you're just going out to paddle and check it out, you're going to learn in a flat water place where all you need is a pair of trunks or a swimsuit or your bikini, and get out and paddle. And I think that's what's made the sport so explosive in its growth, is that everyone's got a body of water near where they live. Everyone can do it. It's really got a lot of universality to it. It doesn't take a ton of money. You don't have to pay to play, as I say. If you've got a place next to you that rents boards out, you can usually get boards for anywhere from $15 an hour to $15, $20 for the whole day. So it doesn't cost a lot to get into it. It doesn't matter what socioeconomic status you might come from. You don't need a lot of money to do it. It's not like trying to go up to a ski mountain with $1,000 worth of snowboarding and ski gear.
And paying a ticket to go into the spot, it changes a lot.
Exactly. So,
and I think stand-up has really brought what we can see as the surfing world, the surfing spirit, inland, which has changed for a lot. I mean, most surfers would be on the coast and hardly visit anything inland. But now we've got this surfing world of having leeches and wax and stuff like that. You can see that in lakes now, and
it's true.
We've seen guys in Switzerland surfing wind waves on, you know, Lac Léman, for example.
And river waves. You know, my whole background is the whitewater and the river, and I live in a spot that's several hours from the ocean, so I take advantage of it by getting out on my local waterways, which happen to be rivers, and slow-moving rivers or a little bit quickly moving rivers, and
waterfalls.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, even waterfalls. So everyone kind of starts there, but as they get better and better, they kind of start to get more disciplined, or they look for different opportunities. Some say, hey, you know, I really like being a part of the surf culture. I want to learn how to surf on a stand-up. You know, that's a great position to be in. On a stand-up paddleboard, you're standing. You've got the power of the paddle to help propel you onto the waves. Plus, you could use that paddle to seek out spots where you're all by yourself and you've got your own break all to yourself. So looks like our Peruvian rider up and riding again, Barisa.
She's still in the lead with 8.17, and Karen Jacobson needs a 4.85 to take the lead and go into first position.
It's a lot of fun for the whole body, and it's really become a new fitness regimen and even a cross-training maybe method for a lot of triathletes, cyclists, snowboarders.
There's people doing yoga on these boards too.
That's true, and people are even doing yoga on these boards. So, you know, you can get out there and get your chakra on.
And with the added difficulty of the stability of the board, and try those extreme yoga positions, and it's a whole world to discover, stand-up paddling in general and paddleboarding too.
It has so many different facets to it, and I think that's why we've seen it grown in so many places, especially these other countries. For example, Japan, who we've got up riding right now in
There's the Japanese.
black jersey.
She's nearly into the jetty there with her board. Hopefully she's okay.
In
So
black, that was Takaya.
that was Takayo Yokoyama, who's, we can't see her here from the booth, but I think she's okay there. There she is with her board, and she's going round the jetty with the current.
Oh, she's fine.
Well, we can see this is the first men's heat of the second qualifying round going in. So we can see in red Sebastián Galindo from Argentina, with Rafael Tapia from Chile, Pablo Valencia from Spain, and Héctor Papas González from Mexico. So they're going to go in the water and stay out of the way of the women for the last 5 minutes of this fourth heat of the first round of the women stand-up surfing.
That's right. So these ladies have about 3.5 minutes left to try and overtake Brisa Malaga
and Karen Jacobson.
And Karen Jacobson in those advancement spots. Takayo Yokoyama has advanced from that fourth spot into the third spot, overtaking Lorena.
And she needs a 2.84 now to take over Karen Jacobson and be in second position, which would avoid her going to repechage, and she would go straight away to the second round of qualifying, the second round.
So it looks like we have about 2.5 minutes here. I'll have to see if set comes through for these beautiful ladies. A lot of very fit bodies out here we're seeing at the ISA 2013 World Stand-Up and Paddleboard Championships, and it's no surprise, as again we talked about the whole sport being very fitness oriented. It feels great, and it's for some it just becomes this addiction, almost like, hey, I spent the whole week going to work, feeding the kids, driving around, doing errands, but the best parts of my week were those parts where I was out on my paddleboard, paddling around, seeing the dolphins, getting a little bit of exercise. Before I go to work, I can just do it. All I need is an hour or two. You know, I've got a local lake or a river or a harbor near me. Maybe some people have an inflatable.
A good workout, really, and you know, to warm up your body. You just inflate your board, and after inflating that board, you're sort of already warm and you're ready to go just out on the water.
That's true.
So 20 seconds on the clock here of this fourth heat of the first round of the women's qualifying stand-up surf.
That's right, and look at the ladies coming on the inside, looking for anything they can get. They know
There's
they're
Brisa.
winding down. Oh, isn't able. She comes unglued on that one. And here we're going to break for a commercial break, but thanks to all of our ladies, and thanks to you, Philip, also. And we will be back in just a moment with round number 2 of our qualifying round.
Thank you, Dan. Speak to you later.